Sunday, hundreds of runners will take part in the 37th annual Crowley Road Race. Many runners participate for self-empowerment to prove that they can cross the finish line. For others, they're raising money for organizations or to help a family member or friend. This Sunday, Rutland sisters Sarah Fortier and Jessica Audette will lace up their sneakers and run to raise awareness for a condition known as club feet. I recently spent a Monday afternoon with the MSJ teachers to talk about the cause they're passionate about and what keeps them motivated. Before the first bell rings, signaling the start of morning classes at Mount St. Joseph's Academy, sisters Sarah Fortier and Jessica Audette, both teachers at the high school, have already run, had breakfast, fed their kids, and packed them up for the day. Waking with the sun, Sarah and Jessica say their original motivation for running at 5 a.m. was to get back in shape.
I used to run when I was in college, and one day I decided that maybe I should get myself back into shape. I had a baby a year ago, and so I gave myself the goal of running a 5K in a couple months, and I just started running again. And it was hard, but now I'm in the flow of it, and it's been going really well.
For both sisters, setting a goal has helped keep their alarm clock sounding early.
I think, you have to have some kind of goal, and for me it wasn't just about losing weight, it was about having a goal to actually run something that I haven't done in 6 years. So it was good to give myself, that motivation.
More than a month ago, Sarah had just returned from a run, ecstatic about what she had accomplished, when her world seemed to stop.
The day that I just decided that I was going to start running for him was it was kind of weird, because I got home and I had just run 2.5 miles, so I was very excited. I actually ran up this huge hill, and I walked through the door, and I said to Keith, my husband, I was like, I just ran 2.5 miles, and he was like, oh, that's great. Jack can't walk. I'm like, what? I mean, and we've seen him in, pain before. I mean, he was in casts up to his legs when he was 4 years old for over a month, but this was different. And he literally was sitting at the top of the steps and whimpering, like crying, like he couldn't stand up. And I said to Keith, I'm like, why? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. And it was that time we had that dip in weather, so it was like really, really nice. And then it was rainy and freezing. And so just like a person with arthritis, he couldn't get out of bed. And I felt so bad for him. And I was thinking to myself, he's 5. He's 5 years old. What is his life going to be like when he's 20, when he's 40? When he's 70, and I'm not saying anything bad about his doctors, because they're rock stars. They've done a lot for him, but no one really knows what to do for his particular condition. And so there's really no answers.
While out on a run the next morning, it clicked. Questioning why she hadn't thought of it before, Sarah decided she would run races for Jack and others with club feet. The condition Jack has is a birth defect and lifelong. You wouldn't know it judging by this video. Here, Jack is smiling and chatting while swinging alongside his sister. This sunny afternoon, it's hard to tell the struggles Jack's faced in his 5 years.
He's been casted through the Ponseti method. When he was an infant, he's had 3 surgeries, one of which was 2 summers ago. But he has atypical bilateral club feet, which means basically they don't know how to treat him in comparison to other people. He also has no dorsiflexion, so that means he can't move his foot up at all. So his feet are always down. He can push down. And I guess probably the biggest piece of it is he has pain.
Sarah and Jessica are fundraising for Sunday's race and others they plan to run later this summer. Through an online fundraising site, the sisters have already raised more than $1,600, some of which was donated from former MSJ students.
I sent out a mass Facebook message to all of my previous students, so everybody from the past 10 years that I'm Facebook friends with. And I said to them, hey, this is what I'm doing. You guys all know about Jack. I'm asking each one of you, if you can, to make a $2 donation. Within like 2 hours, I had $250 just from those kids. And then it just kept going. It's now like well over $300, almost $400 just from my previous students and soccer players.
Just last week, current MSJ students held a dress down day to raise money for their teachers' efforts and the little boy they've all come to love. It's that 4-letter word, LOVE, that's helping keep the duo on the move.
A good motivator for me is that last bit that I run in the morning is rough, and if I can't keep going, I think about my nephew, Jack, and how he's never, well, he might, but we don't know, like, will he ever be able to run like this? We have no idea. And that kind of keeps me going a little bit. You know, we're doing it for him. We're doing something for him.
Jack plans to be at the finish line Sunday to cheer his mom and aunt on. If you'd like to donate to the cause, visit youcaring.com. There you can make an online donation. Just search for Jack. If you're not internet savvy, checks can be mailed to MSJ in care of Sarah or Jessica.